It started with a sound, a faint scratching at the door, in the middle of the night, when everything else was silent. I thought it was the wind, or maybe a branch outside, but then it came again, louder, closer, scratch, scratch, scratch. I turned on the light, and there she was, a cat, small, black, eyes glowing like the dying stars. She was staring straight at me, unmoving, unblinking. I opened the door, and she walked in, like she already knew the way. No collar, no tag, just wet fur, and silence. I whispered, "Where did you come from?" She didn't answer, she just looked at me, like she had been waiting for that question. That night she slept by the fireplace, curled up tight, breathing slow, too slow. When I woke up in the morning, she was gone, but her paw prints, wet and muddy, were still on the floor, leading to my bedroom. I followed them. They stopped right beside my bed, then vanished. That evening, the scratching returned, but this time, it came from inside. I froze. Every hair on my neck stood up. The sound was coming from the closet. I opened it slowly. Darkness. Nothing but darkness. And then, two glowing eyes appeared, low to the ground, watching. I stepped back, heart pounding, and the eyes moved forward. The cat walked out, calm, silent, like she never left. She rubbed against my leg, her fur cold, too cold. That night, I dreamed of her. In the dream, she was standing in the rain, on a road that had no end, looking back at me, mouth moving, but no sound coming out. I woke up sweating, the room freezing, and she was on my chest, eyes inches from mine, breathing heavy. I couldn't move, couldn't scream, just stare. She blinked, once, slowly, and then she was gone. Days passed, but strange things started happening. Footsteps in the hallway, whispers near the window, a smell of wet fur everywhere. I tried to ignore it, told myself it was stress, but one night, I found her picture, a small old photograph, black and white, torn at the edges. It was her, the same cat, but someone was holding her, a woman, face blurred, standing in front of a burnt house. On the back of the photo, faded ink said, "Do not let her in." My blood turned cold. I burned the photo, locked every door, every window. But that night, the scratching came again, not at the door, at the ceiling. I looked up, dust falling, wood creaking, scratch, scratch, scratch. Then a low growl, not loud, but close, right above me. I ran outside, waited till dawn, and when I came back, the house was silent again. But on my bed, there were paw prints, fresh, and a single black hair. I tried to move out the next day, packed everything, loaded the car, but the engine wouldn't start. The mirror cracked, and in the reflection, I saw her, sitting in the back seat, staring. I turned around. She wasn't there. I got out, heart racing, and that's when I noticed every cat in the street was watching me. Dozens of them, all black, all silent, their eyes glowing faint gold, like tiny embers in the dark. I ran back inside, locked myself in, lights off, phone dead. The scratching began again, this time from every wall, every window, every corner. I screamed, "Leave me alone." And then, silence, dead silence. I waited, hours maybe, until the sun rose. I stepped outside, the street empty, no cats, no sound, just one thing. On my doorstep, a collar, old, rusty, with a small tag that read, Luna. I never had a cat named Luna, but I remembered that name, from somewhere, somewhere deep, somewhere wrong. I looked closer. The metal was warm, like it had just been taken off. I dropped it, ran inside, closed the door, but it was too late, because she was already there, sitting on the table, eyes glowing, tail moving slow. I whispered. What do you want? She tilted her head, and in a voice that wasn't mine, she whispered back, you let me in. The lights flickered, everything went black, and the last thing I saw, before the dark took me, was her shadow, stretching across the floor, long, twisting, turning into something not human, not animal, just hunger. Now, every night, I hear it again, scratch, 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 and I know, she's still here, waiting, for someone else, to open the door.